Hey folks, this is Maria Abreu. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you enjoy the content of the video, remember to hit like and feel free to share. Okay. So guys, now in this particular video, we're going to address a question that was posted by one of the subscribers, a very interesting question. It talks about, let me just read it. Hold on a second. Do you have to be married to a Dominican to apply for temporary residency RT9? It says, do you have to be married to a Dominican to apply for temporary residency? I'm reading about the requirements and it asks for proof of ties to the country. Can I show something like a bank account? I will really appreciate if you can help me to understand it. Okay, you do not have to be married in order to apply for temporary residency, also known as the RT9 category, okay? Marriage to a Dominican citizen is one of the avenues that can qualify you for temporary residency. But if you do show a bank account that, before it used to be $5,000, you had to show $5,000 in a Dominican account in order to establish the kind of solvency that would qualify you for temporary residency. As I mentioned in a previous recording, that is no longer the case, okay? That amount has been, I'm not gonna say replaced with a lower amount because now they don't give an amount, okay? They didn't substitute the 5,000 with any other figure. They're just saying that in order to establish solvency, you have to either provide a bank reference letter from a Dominican bank showing that you have money in the account, title to a property or title to a vehicle. So they don't leave an amount, but basically they leave the amount to judgment. Okay, so you're not going to show a bank account with, a couple of thousand Dominican pesos. I would say what's worked for us, anywhere between 50 and 100,000 pesos, which is anywhere between 900 and 1,700 US dollars in a Dominican bank account, is enough. Okay, this is what's worked for us. Because the 5,000, the amount of 5,000 US dollars was not substituted in the new resolution with any other amount, okay? So they're leaving it to judgment, okay? And so you don't have to be married to a Dominican in order to qualify. I want that to be clear, because a lot of times we get phone calls from people saying, okay, so if I get married, then I can qualify for temporary residency, okay? So you want to be careful with that, okay? Nowhere does it say that you have to be married in order to qualify. Here's another thing that I wanted to mention. And I've mentioned this before, and I want to clarify it now. In order to qualify for residency, you have to come into the country with a residence visa issued by the Dominican consulate in the country of origin. Now, the tricky part to this is that the criteria on which the consulates base who qualifies or not for a visa is different than that of immigrations. So let me explain what I mean by this. So we're talking about the solvency that will prove, or that the type of solvency that must be presented in order for you to qualify for a RT9 residency. And we're talking about a bank statement, a bank reference letter between 900 and 1,700 US dollars. But if you use that same letter to apply for a visa, they'll deny it. Okay? They'll deny it. So in order to qualify for a visa, with a view to applying for temporary residency, you have to show that you have income, or you have to show that you have investments in the country, or that you receive a pension. And I've said this before, visa process is not the same as residency process. What immigration will accept in order to issue residency, the consulates will not. Okay. And so this is, it's very illogical. I know. I absolutely know. But they are two different institutions with their own set of laws and requirements. And so this is why you have to satisfy the requirements of both. Okay. So the best thing to do in order to determine whether you will qualify for a visa and subsequently residency of any category, I suggest that you consult an attorney. Sit down, talk about your particular circumstance, and you can there get a better picture um, of whether you qualify or not. So it's better to consult, okay? Because this part of immigration law is a little bit confusing. And I've explained this before, and people still have, a hard time grasping it, that one thing is separate than the other, and the requirements are different, but you need one in order to apply for the other. This is the reason why legal help is necessary, because the person doing this on their own will go stark raving mad. And there are people who've done it, don't get me wrong, but they've been through it, okay? It's in the video that I did yesterday of my personal experience, I did it, and I got to tell you, I've never been the same. So feel free to contact us or any attorney that is near you, that is of trust, and explain your circumstances and see whether you qualify. Okay. Our information is in the description box. Feel free to get in. And I wanted to just emphasize, because a lot of people keep asking me, how do we get in touch with you? My information is on the description box. The WhatsApps, the emails, everything is there. So feel free to reach out with any questions you may have. Okay, guys? See you next time.